I feel like that's a question that needs to be asked up front, whether you're casual. Should you go through all the hassle if you already know you don't want children? Just, casual ask, hey, do you want more children? I just want to know because I'm a woman that didn't want to feel like I would be the reason that he didn't get to experience that. But I did ask him in the beginning as well, do you want children? And he said yes. And I said no. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Glitter podcast. On this show, we talk about real life situations that may look easy and damn near perfect to the people on the outside looking in. So let me know how you feel about today's topic as we go in the comments down below. Because remember, everything that glitters ain't gold. It's your girl, yours truly, T. Marie. Welcome back, y'all. And this is episode 13. So before we get into the video, I want to do a vibe check real quick. Mentally, I am okay. I'm blessed as usual. Each and every day I wake up, I'm blessed. I can't ask for more. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I'm all right now. So we're gonna get into today's topic. Would you or should you date a man that doesn't have any children and you know that you don't want more? Should you go ahead and let them know up front? We're gonna talk about it today. So, first of all, I feel like if you're casually dating, I think that you still should inform that person. Me myself, I'm going to inform that person. If I'm a woman that knows I don't want any more children, I am done. And I meet a man. We're just dating. Like I feel like that is something important that should be brought up, like in the beginning. Like you should when you're having your first conversation, you getting a number, y'all exchange numbers, and y'all call each other on the phone later that day or whatever. And I think that that is just something important that should be brought up. That's kind of one of I feel like a typical question when first meeting somebody, because I want to know. I don't want to wait till 2 or 3 dates in to trying to figure out a man, trying to wonder, do he want this? Do he like this? That is one of the more important questions for me that I would have for a man. Me being that I don't want any more children, so I'm going to ask that question up front. I don't care if we may not get serious, but you never know, and so that's something you should want to know. You may be a woman that want more kids, and you may be dealing with a man that don't. So it's just good to know. I feel up front if one or the other wants more kids or not. So I feel like that's a question that needs to be asked up front, whether you're casual dating or you're getting serious. It's something that should be talked about kind of in the beginning, or at least the question asked. You don't have to get deep into it, but just casual ask. Hey, do you want more children? I just want to know because I'm a woman that doesn't, and I don't want to take away from you experiencing a lifetime once in a lifetime experience, or it don't have to be a once in a lifetime, but you get what I'm saying. Like that's something I feel like any person that wants children, you should get to have that experience for yourself, not through stepchildren, you know what I'm saying, or just somebody you're dating. I feel like you should, if you want children, I feel like you should experience it at least once in your lifetime to know how it feels to either give birth or be there to witness your woman give birth to your child. I just think that's something that you should experience. And with me not being selfish, and I just don't want to take away from that. I don't want a man to come into my life knowing this is something that he wants, but because he's feeling me and he's he want to get to know me, or we've gotten deep into it, and you just telling me no, but whole time you want a child. Just be upfront. I feel like just be upfront, and it could cut down on a lot of confusion, a lot of heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? All that extra stuff that don't even have to happen. It can cut down on a lot of it. So I have experienced this, and this is why I am talking about this topic in particular. Um, I've experienced meeting a man maybe at least twice that I can recall. I've met a couple of men that did not have children, and that was one of the first questions I asked. Like, and of course they're gonna ask you. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get asked that question. Do you have any kids? Like, what kind of work you do? You know, those type of questions should be getting asked within the first conversation. To be honest, I want to know. And so, um, with this first guy I met, me and him, we were dating. And I asked him up front, "Do you want kids?" Because he didn't have any. He told me he do, but if he don't ever have kids, then it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the end of the world for him. But I'm like, even if it's a 50% chance that a man tells me that he may want children or he's unsure, then I'm not gonna be at my mind mentally. It's not going to let me get any further with you other than then we can talk on the phone. We maybe can text here and there, but I would not. My mind would not let me get serious with you, and I want that person to know, like, look, I'm serious. I'm not having no children. I've got my experience out. I'm getting older. I don't want any more children. So this is me being upfront and honest with you, so you can move on. You can move around, find you a woman that would like more children, and we could just cut down on the hassle. And so, he was like, it's really not a big deal to him if he do or if he don't. So we did continue on dating, and because he seemed like serious about it now. If you just adamant like I don't care for kids, like not care for kids because you got to care for kids in order to deal with me because I have children, but like he don't care if he don't have children, and so we kept dating. We were going out, and we were casually dating and we were going out or whatever. We was having fun. I met his family. It was kind of, sort of, maybe getting a little serious because 9 times out of 10, when people start coming around your family, meet your mom, your brothers and sisters, your friends, like for the most part, it's kind of a big deal because you don't bring everybody around your family. If it ain't serious to me, unless we got like having this big party, like it's a big celebration, a big birthday bash, and and then I might say, hey, would you like to come to this party with me on some chill stuff, but to actually get to come to your house and meet and hey, this is just it's a difference. But anyway, so yeah, we did all that, and I was just like, and I think I may have asked them a couple of more times because it's just I just didn't want to feel like I would be the reason that he didn't get to experience that, and I was knowing that I didn't want any children. So we kept hanging out, we kept vibing, we kept dating and having fun, going on dates, doing all this stuff, and eventually we stopped talking, and I can't even really remember the reason why, but we no longer dated. But I don't know. Anyway, it just felt like it was a 50% chance that he did possibly want children, and it was just kind of in the back of my mind the whole time because, baby, don't think you're gonna persuade me. See, sometimes men and women, we could, people think that they can change your mind as time goes on, as feelings build, and sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes people do change their mind. They do have a change of heart and decide, okay, yeah, I do want a baby. I do want babies. Let's make this happen. But I knew in my heart I was not one of them. God didn't see fit at the time for me to have more. And at that time, I only had 2 children, and both of them damn near grown. Well, my daughter grown. My son, he right there. He'll be 18 in October. So my daughter will be 21 this month. So, and at that time, they were a few years younger. It was been years ago, maybe 4 years ago or something like that. But you know, they were younger, but again, they were already teenagers at the same time. So you know, it ain't nothing like experiencing your own. And he was like, you know, my kids, his kids type thing. Like he would take on my kids if we became like a real couple. Like he had no problem with that. But I'm just like, man, you gotta experience your own for yourself. And I knew that I felt like he did want his own child, and I just couldn't give it to him. So anyway, eventually we stopped talking. We were no longer in contact. We were done or whatever. And I feel and we were still friends on social media because it wasn't a bad breakup. Like it was this terrible breakup. Whatever. We were still friends on social media, right? So boom. Maybe I don't know the timeline really because we weren't I don't know. I wouldn't invest it. Like I'm not the type of woman that's gonna go lurking on your page to see what you're doing or what you're saying or if to meet somebody new. Once I'm done, I'm done. I don't do the lurking, because at this point it ain't none of my business. So I didn't know. I don't know. I can't really say how long it was after me and him stopped talking that I saw that he had a baby coming. I think they had a baby shower or something I seen, and I congratulated him. I think I seen the baby already was here. So I don't know how long. I don't know if it was a year after, 6 months after, 2 years after, but I know I seen it. And I told him congratulations. And in my head, I'm like, see, I knew your ass wanted a damn child. I knew you wanted a child. Thank God you got to experience that. And cause that's all I wanted. That's my reasoning for not dating men with that don't have children, and it's a possibility that they do want children because I'm not the one, Papa. So anyway, he did have a baby, and yeah, and I was happy. I'm like, see there, you got to experience what it feels like to be a parent. So after that, he was reaching out to me, still trying to see me or whatever, but it was done for me. So it had been so long after that. The feelings went there, the vibes went there. I wasn't feeling the energy no more. So I was done. When I'm done, I'm done. And so yeah, but I'm glad he got to experience that. And fast forward to maybe last year, I met another guy, and we talked on the phone. We didn't even get to go on dates or anything. We just talked on the phone, and we seen each other in person. Like we were out in public type thing, um, and seeing each other out. And but we did have a conversation once. I met up with him in a public place, and we sat down. We just had a little quick little conversation about talk for about an hour or whatever, and um, it was kind of some deep conversations going on. I feel like I brought that up, but I did ask him in the beginning as well. Do you want children? And he said yes, and I said no. I said, no, baby, I don't want children. I'll let you know now. But he was like, you never know what God got for you. You never know. You might. No, let's not even try to force it. Let's not even try to get so involved. And then a year from now, I'm still feeling the same type of way and I'm still standing on business. And my answer is still no. And you still saying you want children. And I'm just not going to give it to you. Now we in this relationship. We arguing all the time about this situation of give me my child and I'm like, no, I'm not bearing any more children type of thing. And so it's like we eventually stopped talking or whatever because for me, when I meet a man, it might sound crazy or it might not, but when I meet a man and it's gonna be physical attraction at first sight. You're gonna go by the looks because that's all you can go off of when you meet somebody. If they're your type, like as far as if they're tall, if they have a low haircut, if they're light skinned, dark skinned, medium built, heavy set, whatever you like, and that's what you see. So initially you're like, okay, this might be. Let me get to know them, but I'm liking what I see so far, type thing. And then when you get to talking to them, then you want children? I said I don't want no children. I don't want no children. So what? I don't want no children. So um it's like a turn off for me. A man with no children, and it's a turn off for me because I feel like a man and in a situation with a woman, but I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, so that's why I'm talking from a woman's point of view that have the same opinions as I do, because not all women gonna feel the same way. But I just get turned off to a certain extent. Like it's gonna always be in the back of my mind that he wants some children. He gonna try to trap me. He gonna try to set me up. He gonna try to set me up one day and then I'm gonna have this baby. No. So it just be in the back of my head. Like I don't know. I might could still talk on the phone with you, but I'm knowing I ain't gonna take it no further than we us talking on the phone, just checking up on each other type thing. I'm not gonna take it no further than that because I know what you want, and I'm done bearing children. So yeah, we it's just gonna be like a text and buddy type thing or whatever. And eventually that drifted off. So it didn't get nowhere to where I had to even worry about that. Like it didn't get that far. But I'm just saying all that to say in the beginning that's an important question for me. That's something important to me, and I need to know that in the first conversation. We don't have to get deep and go into detail and have this deep old conversation because we don't even know each other. But there is a question that I have. You say yes, you want children, or you say no. And then if you say yes, then I will further let you know that I don't. Now, what do you want to do with it? You want to move around because this could be our first and last conversation. And if not, then we can keep going. So yeah, I just don't want to take that that's a big experience. That's a major feeling. Like I think everybody that wants a child should be able to experience it if they're able to, physically, or if they, got somebody, a woman that will bear children for them, or if the man, so you get what I'm saying. So I felt like, so I didn't have to worry about that situation too much, but that's just a couple of examples of when I've have met men that didn't have children. And so it's just something I just think everybody should experience. And I know I keep saying it over and over again because it is. You can meet a woman or a man, because sometimes men don't want more children, and then the woman may still want more children. So it can work on both sides. So, and even if you meet a woman or a man that already has children, I feel like you can you still it's still not gonna feel the same. You still not gonna get that same experience. Like it's a different type of experiences to actually get to be in a room and see your child being born. You get to cut the umbilical cord, all that good stuff, and you vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like nothing compares to that. Of course, you could be a step daddy or a step mama, but to be able to experience your own and know what it feels like to actually see that happen, it's beautiful. Through all the pain and everything, it's beautiful. It's a blessing from God. So if you're able to, why not? And I just don't want to be that selfish woman that knowing just because I'm in love with this person, and don't get me wrong, sometimes people have a change of heart. They have a change of heart, like to where they're okay. A year or two on down the line, they've gotten to know each other, they fell in love, they build it. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So they have a change of heart. But me, I knew that at the time I didn't want any more children. I only had two. I have three now. But, when that situation happened, he already had children. And so it wasn't expected either. But then it happened. And so maybe that was God said, hey, this is your time. This is the time. This is your story. This is what I already had written for you. And so I got pregnant and I had my baby. So that's how that went. That's how I still ended up getting another baby throughout all of that. And I think I felt like I was bragging too much to my cousin. Like I was kind of joking on them. Like both my kids almost grown. I don't have to worry about no babysitters. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? All that. And so I think God said, I'm going to show you, girl. I will show you. You messing with them. Leave your cousins alone. I got you. Hold on. Just give me a minute. And boom, I had a baby. So I guess it's all about timing too. That things happen, and everything happens for a reason. So, in them moments, I didn't want any children, and in that moment, before I knew that I was having a baby, I still didn't want a baby. But like I said, everything happened for a reason, and God blessed me, and I just, hey, my baby's here now, and I love him. He'll be 4 in November this year. But I also wanted to say that sometimes, and this, I'm 40 now, so I'm done. I got a 3-year old, I got a toddler, and I'm 40. Which some people don't start having children till around my age, but no. So I know for sure, I know for a fact there will not. God, I'm not. Listen, I'm just saying. In my mind and in my heart, I feel like that's my last baby that I'm going to have. Now, if I meet a man and he already has children, that's fine. We could just, we just put them together. If we get serious enough, your kids is mine and mine is yours, baby. That's how we gonna do that one. But no more kids for me. And I just wanted to. That was on. Hmm, it's just a topic that I wanted to talk about because I'm sure it's some people out there that can relate to um, what I'm talking about, and they have the same opinions as me. And do y'all feel like that's selfish though? Do you think that it's selfish to not date that person just because that they don't have children? I feel like you be selfish if you do continue on dating them and don't let them know that you don't even want to have children, and you know that the man do, and just because you falling for him, you liking him a lot, that you don't want to let him know that you don't ever plan on having any more children. It's set in stone. I just feel like that's selfish. Me, I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for your best interest, player. I'm looking out for you, so we don't have to go through the fight, the argument 2 years from now, and you like, I'm ready for that baby. I'm ready for my first baby. I'm ready for you to bear my child and be my wife or whatever. And let's make this baby. And now you gotta tell them, I don't want no more kids. I'm playing. I ain't. No, we not. I'm not having no more kids. I'm done. I have my children. I am done. And now this whole thing turns into this big old argument, this big old fight that y'all are having because you don't want children, and you didn't go ahead and let it be known in the beginning that you didn't want any freaking children. You could all just it could be all so simple if you would have just casually just ask. You didn't, like I said, you don't have to get deep into the conversation when you're asking that question in the beginning. It don't have to be a whole topic and serious. But like I said, for me, look at my ponytail and feel. But for me, that's something I definitely want to know. I want to know, so we can go on, and that's the elephant in the room for me. And I'm gonna let you know because it's just how I am. I'm upfront. And that's one of the more important questions that you should ask in the beginning anyway. Even though you don't have to have that deep talk about it in the beginning. But it could be, hey, both of y'all want kids, and then okay, cool. Now we can continue on. But if one don't want kids and the other one do, when just meet somebody, I think you should really, really decide and figure out if it ever was to happen. Like, so yeah, that's just my thoughts on dealing with a man that don't have children, and you don't want none. Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me. A no for me. Mm-mm. So those are my thoughts. And if any of you have been in a situation where you met somebody just like me and you went ahead, did you deal with them? Did you cut them off? Like, or did you eventually just change your mind and y'all had a baby together? Like, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and opinions on this situation. What would you do? Do you agree or disagree with what I had to say? Okay. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you subscribe to become a part of T. Marie's family. Come on, be a cousin over here. So, yeah. And until next time, y'all be safe. And remember, everything that glitters ain't gold. All right, y'all. Peace out.